Welcome to China. China, a land where ancient history meets breathtaking nature, and every corner tells a unique story. Join us on a journey through this magnificent country, spanning over 3.7 million square miles, where 5,000 years of civilization have created a tapestry of culture, history, and natural wonders unlike anywhere else in the world. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to walk along the same paths as ancient emperors while gazing at landscapes that have inspired poets and artists for millennia? Before we embark on this adventure, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more immersive travel experiences. And if you're already planning your trip, check the link in the description below for exclusive deals on flights and accommodations. Now let's explore the most mysterious places in China that you never knew. Forbidden City. The Forbidden City. Nestled right in the center of Beijing, this grand complex sits just north of Tiananmen Square and stretches over 180 acres, with more than 980 surviving buildings, which is a testament to ancient Chinese architectural philosophy and the belief in harmony between heaven and earth. Built to face south, the palace embraces feng shui principles, symbolizing warmth, prosperity, and imperial dignity. This position was not chosen by accident. It reflects power, precision, and perfection in spatial design, and its symmetry represents balance in Chinese culture. Construction of the Forbidden City began in 1406 during the Ming Dynasty, under the reign of Emperor Yongle, and took 14 years to complete. For almost 500 years, it served as the imperial palace for 24 emperors, 14 of the Ming Dynasty and 10 of the Qing Dynasty. Imagine this. Behind these walls, political strategies were made, dynasties rose and fell, and history was written, step by step, layer by layer. The walls and golden roofs we see today have withstood wars, revolutions, and time itself, yet they remain standing with pride and grace. One of the most iconic structures inside the Forbidden City, the Hall of Supreme Harmony, Taihei Dian. This is the largest hall within the complex and the ceremonial heart of the palace. Here, emperors held court, celebrated the new year, and conducted coronations and royal weddings. Standing on a three-tiered marble terrace, adorned with intricate dragon carvings and surrounded by bronze incense burners, the hall is the pinnacle of imperial Chinese architecture. Look closely at the dragon throne inside. Every symbol, color, and design choice speaks of power, heavenly mandate, and divine rule. The Forbidden City isn't just a tourist attraction, it is a living memory of China's philosophical, political, and artistic evolution. It speaks to the brilliance of human craftsmanship and the timelessness of heritage. In many ways, it reminds us of the importance of preserving our own stories, our cultures, and our values, no matter where we come from. Hengshan Hanging Temple. Hengshan Hanging Temple, also known as Xuankong-Si, perched against the cliffs of Mount Heng in Shanxi province. Nestled near Datong City, this remarkable site sits about 75 meters above the ground, appearing to defy gravity itself. As we approach, take a moment to absorb the grandeur of the landscape. Mount Heng, one of China's 5 great mountains, stretches before us with its jagged peaks and serene pine forests. The temple clings to the western cliff face like a bird's nest sculpted into stone, surviving centuries of wind, snow, and time. Isn't it astounding to think this engineering marvel has stood since the Northern Wei dynasty over 1,500 years ago? The Hanging Temple was first constructed around 491 AD under Emperor Xiaowen's reign. It's not only an architectural feat, but a symbol of religious integration. This temple uniquely honors 3 belief systems: Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism, within the same sacred space. It's rare in China, and even rarer globally. In total, over 40 halls and pavilions are connected by corridors and walkways, each built on wooden stilts anchored deep into the rock. Imagine the craftsmanship, precision, and vision it took to create such balance between the spiritual and the physical world. As we ascend the narrow stairways and wooden paths, keep an eye out for the Sanjiao Hall, where statues of Sakyamuni Buddhism, Laozi Taoism, and Confucianism sit side by side. This coexistence is more than symbolic. It represents the harmony and tolerance that Chinese culture has nurtured across dynasties. Moving further along, one of the most impressive sights is the Guanyin Pavilion, dedicated to the Goddess of Mercy. From here, the view of the gorge below is unforgettable, a sheer drop that reminds us how close we are to the edge, yet completely secure in the embrace of this majestic mountain. The placement of the temple also serves a practical purpose. It's shielded from rain by the overhanging cliff and supported by natural rock formations, a perfect blend of human innovation and natural design. The Hanging Temple, more than a tourist spot. It is a living testament to harmony between religion, humanity, and nature. Can you imagine what it would feel like to meditate in silence, suspended between earth and sky? Lake Tianchi. Tianchi Lake, also known as Heaven Lake, nestled like a sapphire in the embrace of the mighty Tian Shan Mountains in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Sitting at an altitude of 1,907 meters above sea level, this alpine lake is about 30 kilometers southeast of Fukang City and roughly 110 kilometers from Urumqi, the capital of Xinjiang. The name Tianchi literally translates to Heavenly Lake, a fitting title, don't you think? This serene lake was once a sacred spot in ancient nomadic cultures, particularly for the local Kazakh and Mongol herders who revered it as a dwelling place of celestial spirits. Over time, legends grew around the lake. One of the most famous myths tells of a heavenly queen bathing in its waters under the full moon. During the Tang and Qing dynasties, the lake became a pilgrimage site and a symbol of harmony between nature and spirit. Even today, it's a revered destination for both tourists and locals who come to soak in its spiritual energy. One of the most famous highlights here, the Heavenly Lake Scenic Area, a UNESCO Global Geopark. This area is an absolute gem for photographers, hikers, and peace seekers alike. The crystal-clear waters reflect the snow-capped Bogda Peak, which towers at over 5,400 meters. In the summer, the banks of the lake bloom with wildflowers, while pine forests stretch endlessly along the slopes. For the adventurous, there are scenic walking trails and even boat rides that offer a panoramic view of the whole lake. Isn't it amazing how nature offers a kind of peace that no city can? Whether you're here for the beauty, the mythology, or simply to get away from the noise of daily life, Tianchi Lake offers something deeply personal for every visitor. You've discovered the geographic majesty of Tianchi Lake, delved into its deep cultural roots, and explored its most iconic sites. But more importantly, perhaps you felt a sense of awe and inner calm that's hard to put into words. Leshan Giant Buddha. The Leshan Giant Buddha, located in the heart of Sichuan province in the southern part of China. Nestled at the confluence of three rivers, the Minjiang, Dadu, and Qingyi rivers, this UNESCO World Heritage Site stands proudly carved into a cliff face, gazing peacefully across the flowing waters. Just a short drive from the vibrant city of Chengdu, the Leshan Giant Buddha is not only a marvel of religious devotion, but also an engineering wonder that has stood the test of time for over 1,000 years. Construction of the Buddha began in 713 AD during the Tang dynasty, a golden age of Chinese civilization known for its flourishing art, culture, and religious expression. The monk Haitong spearheaded the project with the belief that the presence of the Buddha would calm the turbulent waters that caused shipwrecks and loss of life at the river junction below. Remarkably, when funding ran short, Haitong is said to have gouged out his own eyes in a gesture of pure devotion to the cause. His dedication lives on in every curve and crevice of the statue, which was finally completed 90 years later by his disciples. Standing at an astonishing 71 meters, 233 feet tall, the Leshan Giant Buddha is the largest stone Buddha in the world. His ears alone measure over 7 meters long, and each of his insteps can seat over 100 people. Crafted with exceptional attention to proportion and detail, the Buddha sits in a serene, seated position, with his hands resting on his knees, gazing silently over the rivers. The statue is ingeniously designed with an internal drainage system, a marvel of ancient engineering that helps protect it from erosion by rainwater, a secret to its incredible preservation. Visitors have two main ways to experience the Buddha's grandeur. One is by boat cruise, which offers a panoramic view of the full statue in all its glory. The other is to walk the path down the cliffside, starting from the top of the Buddha's head and descending beside him via a narrow stairway known as the Nine Bends Plank Road. This path gives you a chance to admire the intricate carvings, the scale of the statue, and the surrounding lush greenery from multiple angles. The Leshan Giant Buddha is more than a tourist attraction. It's a symbol of faith, perseverance, and harmony between man and nature. What lessons can we draw from the story of Haitong and the generations that followed him? How might the spirit of such determination and peace inspire your daily life? Dali Ancient City. Dali Ancient City, a picturesque gem nestled between the Hengshan Mountains to the west and Erhai Lake to the east. Located in Dali Bai Autonomous Prefecture, about 300 kilometers northwest of Kunming, this charming town sits at an elevation of over 2,000 meters, offering not only breathtaking scenery, but also a temperate climate all year round, perfect for travelers seeking both natural beauty and cultural richness. Dali's history dates back more than 1,200 years, once serving as the capital of two powerful kingdoms, the Nanzhao Kingdom in the 8th century and later the Dali Kingdom during the Song dynasty. These historical roots have left a rich tapestry of architecture, religion, and cultural fusion that you can still see and feel today. The Bai ethnic minority, one of China's officially recognized ethnic groups, has been the primary custodian of this heritage, and their influence is evident in the city's graceful architecture, colorful folk traditions, and warm hospitality. One of the most iconic landmarks of Dali Ancient City, the three pagodas of Hengshan Temple. Towering over the landscape, these elegant pagodas are arranged in a triangular formation and date back to the Tang dynasty over 1,000 years ago. The tallest, Qianshun Pagoda, stands at nearly 70 meters, symbolizing strength and balance, and has survived multiple earthquakes through the centuries. These pagodas not only represent ancient engineering marvels, but also reflect the importance of Buddhism in the region's spiritual and cultural life. Dali Ancient City was built following traditional Chinese geomancy, or feng shui, with a square layout oriented along a north-south axis. The city gates, each exquisitely restored, are excellent spots for panoramic views and a quick peek into the past. Feel free to explore the local markets, where artisans sell everything from handmade silver jewelry to tie-dye fabrics using ancient Bai techniques. Here, every alley whispers stories of merchants, monks, and emperors. Before we conclude, let's reflect on what makes Dali so captivating. It's not just the ancient walls or scenic lake views, it's the sense of timelessness, the blend of nature and humanity, and the peaceful coexistence of cultures. Dali offers us a valuable lesson: to slow down, to observe, and to appreciate the deep connections between people and place. Have you ever visited a place that made you feel like you stepped into another world? What part of Dali intrigued you the most? Its history, its architecture, or the welcoming spirit of the Bai people? Let us know in the comments. Giant Panda Sanctuaries. The Giant Panda Sanctuaries span over 924,500 hectares across the provinces of Sichuan, Shanxi, and Gansu, though Sichuan holds the largest share. Located near the eastern edge of the Tibetan Plateau, this area boasts a rich, diverse ecosystem, towering mountains, deep valleys, and a dense forest canopy that provides the perfect natural habitat for pandas. The region's temperate climate and lush bamboo forests are not just scenic, they are vital to the survival of one of the world's most iconic endangered species. Giant pandas, known as xiongmao or bear cats in Mandarin, have long been a symbol of peace in Chinese culture. Dating back over 2,000 years, pandas were once kept by emperors as exotic pets and are often seen in ancient Chinese art and folklore. However, their global fame grew in the 20th century as China began what is known as panda diplomacy, gifting pandas to countries around the world to symbolize friendship. But as their natural habitat shrank due to deforestation, sanctuaries like this were developed to protect them. The first reserve was established in 1958, and since then, significant strides have been made in conservation, breeding, and international cooperation to save these gentle giants from extinction. Our next stop is perhaps the most famous site within the sanctuaries, the Wolong National Nature Reserve. Established in 1963, Wolong is not only the largest panda reserve, but also the most prominent research base for panda breeding. With over 150 pandas under care, visitors can observe pandas of all ages, from playful cubs tumbling down grassy slopes to wise, slow-moving adults munching on bamboo. What makes Wolong special is the balance between human care and a natural environment, allowing pandas to thrive while preparing many for potential reintroduction into the wild. As we wander through these serene landscapes, it's impossible not to feel a sense of awe and admiration for the efforts being made to protect these rare animals. The sanctuaries are not just a place of refuge for pandas, but also a testament to how humanity can come together to preserve nature's wonders. The Bund Shanghai. the Bund, right here in the heart of Shanghai, China. Stretching over 1.5 kilometers along the western bank of the Huangpu River, this historic promenade offers not only a stunning view of Shanghai's skyline, but also a rich tapestry of culture, architecture, and history that spans over a century. Serves as the dividing line between the city's past and its future. To your west, you'll find colonial-era buildings from the early 20th century, and to the east, the futuristic towers of Lujiazui, including the Oriental Pearl Tower and the Shanghai Tower, a perfect metaphor for Shanghai's journey from old to new. The Bund, known as Weitan in Chinese, began its transformation during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. After the First Opium War and the Treaty of Nanking, Shanghai opened as a treaty port, and the Bund quickly developed into a thriving financial and commercial hub. Here, Western powers built imposing banks, consulates, and trading houses in various architectural styles: Gothic, Baroque, Romanesque, Neoclassical, each building a silent storyteller of a complex colonial history. One of the most famous landmarks on the Bund, the Custom House. Built in 1927, this majestic structure features a clock tower often referred to as Big Ching, modeled after London's Big Ben. The chimes of this clock echo through the streets every hour, marking time as it has for nearly a century. Standing beside the Custom House is the HSBC building, once the headquarters of the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation, and said to have been the most luxurious building in the Far East at the time of its completion. As you gaze across the river, notice how the shimmering lights of Pudong reflect in the water, a dazzling contrast that reminds us how Shanghai masterfully balances heritage and modernity. It's no wonder the Bund has been called the Museum of International Architecture and a symbol of Shanghai's global identity. Have you ever visited a place where the past felt as alive as the present? Which building caught your eye the most? Share your thoughts with us. We'd love to hear your impressions. Mount Huashan. Mount Huashan is located in Huayin City, Shanxi Province, about 120 kilometers east of Xi'an, the ancient capital of China. As one of the renowned 5 great mountains of China, Huashan is famous for its dramatic peaks and breathtaking cliffs. It consists of 5 main peaks: north, south, east, west, and central, each with its own charm and character. The south peak, known as Luoyang Peak, is the highest, soaring to an impressive 2,154 meters above sea level. As we ascend, let's delve into the rich cultural and historical background of Mount Huashan. This mountain isn't just a scenic treasure, it's also a sacred Taoist site. Its name, Hua, means splendid or magnificent, which perfectly captures its essence. Taoist monks have been retreating to these peaks for over 2,000 years, building temples and practicing ancient spiritual disciplines. You'll see several Taoist temples along the trail, such as Yuquan Yuan Jade Spring Temple, which marks the starting point of the pilgrimage route. These temples are adorned with ancient inscriptions, incense offerings, and centuries of mystical energy. One of the most famous and thrilling spots on Mount Huashan, the plank walk in the sky. Are you ready for a heart-pounding experience? Suspended on the side of a vertical cliff, the plank walk is a narrow wooden path that hugs the sheer rock face. While it may look terrifying, it's completely safe when you follow the harness rules and move carefully. The view from here is absolutely breathtaking. Mist-filled valleys, endless mountain ridges, and the faint silhouette of Xi'an in the distance. It's no wonder this walk has become a bucket list experience for thrill seekers around the world. As we continue our journey, notice how every path, every temple, and every stone stair seems to whisper ancient stories. The mountain is also steeped in folklore. One legend tells of a heroic swordsman who trained on Huashan to master martial arts, later inspiring many Chinese wuxia novels. Mount Huashan is more than just a mountain. It's a living museum of spirituality, history, and natural beauty. Whether you come for the views, the culture, or the thrill, the experience will stay with you forever. It reminds us that with perseverance and courage, we can overcome even the steepest paths in life. As we conclude our journey through these magnificent landscapes and historical treasures of China, we're reminded of how connecting with different cultures and natural wonders can broaden our perspectives and enrich our lives. The harmony between humans and nature, demonstrated throughout these locations, offers valuable lessons about sustainability and respect for our environment. Have these spectacular places ignited your wanderlust? Which destination captured your imagination the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to check our exclusive travel deals link in the description for the best prices on flights and accommodations. May your travels be safe and filled with unforgettable experiences. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more travel guides that will take you to the world's most breathtaking destinations.